Welcome to another version of yoga for everyday endurance athletes. The short version, the less than 15-minute version. Today we're going to start in a tabletop position and more of a traditional start of a yoga practice. So in tabletop, we're going to start practicing our breathing in through our nose, out through our nose, with our mouth mostly closed, and then trying to breathe into our belly. The exhale is simply letting the air out. All right, now we'll inhale into a cow. So as you are inhaling, drop your belly, stick your butt out, and lift your head up. When you're done with the exhale, inhale, come into a cat on the exhale. Arch your back, tuck your hips under, look between your knees to your toes as you drop your head. And then start to inhale into a cow. Exhale into a cat. You will notice that your exhales get to be longer than your inhales, and that's the way it should be. You're trying to let your exhales come out without forcing them, without pushing it. All right, come back to neutral. Bring your hands to the front. We'll come into a downward dog. In downward dog, the inhale is to come up on your tiptoes. The exhale is to come down on one heel. And then inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, and then exhale, drop your collarbones down too on the exhale. So it's a very active pose. Push your body away from your hands. Your hands are pushing away from the mat. Inhale, look to the top of the mat, and exhale as you walk your feet forward into a forward fold, into a half lift. Exhale to a forward fold, come all the way up into a mountain. Bring your hands back down into a forward fold. Inhale into a half lift. Exhale, bring your hands back down and just walk your feet and come back into a downward dog. So we're doing very small sun salutation. We'll just do one of them. Let's inhale, bring your left leg up into a three-legged dog. Bring it forward. Drop your back heel and come into a warrior one. All right, so in warrior one, arms are up, front knees bent over your front ankle. Back leg is straight, but not locked. The inhale is to open up your torso. The exhale is to roll yourself forward. Breathe into your belly. When you come open, exhale, rotate forward. So you feel the strength happening in your left glutes and quad. You feel the opening happening in your right inside hip and inner thigh. Your your back leg is also putting some work in, especially in your right glute, and that's what you're going for. So it's strength and stretch. If this is too much for them, you can bring your hands down to your shoulders. You can also bring your hands to your waist and do the same thing. Your shoulders kind of pull your hips along with them, especially your right one. When you're rotating to the left, it kind of opens up your right. Good. Now we're going to rotate to the right, to the left, but now we're going to come into a lightning pose. So I'm going to drop my torso a little bit, bring my hands back, and lean a little bit on my front. So I'm going to build up a bunch of stress on my left side, which is going to come back to haunt me in a moment. So all the stress is being built up here, but now we're going to have some fun. I'm going to bring my arms up, come back on my front foot, and come into a warrior three. Now, in warrior three, the goal is to have all the weight on my left foot, but if you need your right foot down to balance, please do so, and have your arms forward. Hopefully your torso is parallel to the ground, and then come down, back into a warrior one, but just for a moment, because that's a lot of work. Inhale, and bring your hands to your side. Rotate, so now your right foot is forward, your left is back, and we'll come into a warrior one on this side. Okay, same thing. Inhaling, rotating my torso. Exhaling, rotating forward so that I'm feeling this now in the left of my hip. And then the work's being done by my right glute and thigh. Trying to reach up as high as I can, almost creating a back bend if I could. Good, now I'm going to inhale, drop my hands, come into lightning, bring my hands back behind me. So again, I'm creating a lot of stress in my right glute right now. Okay, just a couple more breaths. This is a lot of work. And now we're going to roll up into a warrior three. And again, you can bring your left leg down as you need to, as support. Keep your down leg bent. You can also hang on to one of your bicycles. Again, they appreciate the attention when you're not riding them. And when you, whoa, I'm losing it. Good, now I'm going to come back into a warrior one, but just for a moment. And then roll up, come up to a standing position, and I'm just going to roll out my legs a little bit because that was a lot of work. All isometric strength work. All right, the last pose of this series is going to be coming into a goddess pose with eagle arms. So bring my feet wide, bring my heels in. So this can be like doing a chair. Arms wide, and I'm going to cross over. We're going to switch, so it doesn't matter which one you start with. My right elbow is on top of my left, and I'm trying to clasp my hands together, and I'm going to sit back. Bend my knees. I'm going to try to imagine I'm sitting on a bench, and my back is as straight as it can be. So this is all gluteal strength work, a lot of hips. So I'm squeezing my butt cheeks together and just trying to create as much strength in my back as I can. Good. Come on up, release, rest a moment. Almost done. This time, switch elbows. Left is on top of right. And sink on down. It's like doing a wall sit without the wall. Breathe into your belly. Come up a little bit. Exhale, sink down. Good. One more breath. Squeeze your butt cheeks and relax and come up. Bring your arms to your side. Inhale, bring them up overhead. Hands together. Hands to heart center. And relax your hands. Thanks for joining us for yoga for everyday endurance athletes, runners, cyclists, triathletes. If you have more questions, if you want to talk about your training program, please contact me on the website. Go sign up for a virtual coffee. Go visit the website for more information about strength training, yoga, and how I can coach you using all of those things. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.